What is up, my RedRebel Nation family? It is your boy Deuces back once again. Thank you, guys. Look, we have Psychobabble back on this panel once again. I would call it a panel podcast, I think, at this point. I'm not really for sure. I've said this before, but he goes on further to talk about how people now are doing max exodus off of videos. He goes on as far to saying that people got served at Ghost Ranch. Now, Psychobabble, I have one question for you. How come you can go about talking about however you would like to talk about and actually threatening people's jobs and everything else, but you're saying people's getting served at their homes, including Johnny Gobble? That's the reason why he got off of the internet. Now, the proof is in the pudding. It is actually in this video, so if you guys want to listen to that, you guys could hear that on this video. It's about 2 hours and something long. Guys, look, there's nothing wrong with stating your opinion on somebody on the internet. It is not against YouTube guidelines. What is against YouTube guidelines is threatening people. Now, this guy went on yesterday to go on to further to say that he was actually going to drive to Uncle Will's state and do nothing but harass him, make flyers of him, hand them out to people. He's talked about how gangbangs on the internet. He's talked about all kinds of different stuff. He's talked about girls on the internet. He's sent messages. They've sent messages. But yet people gets but you're not against cancel culture, right? So my question to you is this: everybody that you have doxed, Psychobabble, and everybody that has wronged you, Psychobabble, what have you not done that's actually correct? You see, because now we have a problem because you continue to go further with speaking out on stuff that you're not really sure about. You see? Further notice, Psychobabble, you talk about other people. You've had so many people in your mouth the last month that I don't see how you nor YouTube can keep track of it. But I can tell you one thing about YouTube. When they get the 7 pounds of letters, they're going to throw them away because they know who's the one doing false flags on channels. You see, and that could be traced because if you put a false flag on a channel, and you have a channel, and they could prove that, then your channel could actually get struck for false flagging that channel. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. But first, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe, channel, it's highly appreciated. Without further ado, guys, let's see what he has to say.
That none of you even paid any attention to, a bunch of channels going dark over there all of a sudden.
Babble, who got served?
They got served over at Ghost Ranch.
So when you said that, you was not 100% sure. And I can see that because look at your face. You're almost like somebody told you in the headphones not to say anything. That don't put a statement out there that's not 100% true. Now, whether I know it's true or not, I don't know, but I can say this. I don't speak on something that I don't know facts about, and that is 100%. I don't go and I don't slander people's names, 100%. I do not dox people. I never have and never will. You see, but yet Uncle Will has done nothing to you. You see, everybody you're going after is actually everybody that your community says for them to basically go after, because you are supposed to be a leader, just like I said in my video yesterday. Now you're more like the person that's sitting back and not doing anything but letting your people tell you what to do. You see, and we've got proof that you're looking at people that has nothing to do with any situations and you're doxing them too. Look at the guy at the truck, for instance, yesterday. He hasn't done nothing to you just because he talked about Xana May. You see, you cannot speak for Xana May, neither can you actually press charges for Xana May. Xana May has to be the one to press them charges. And to get a harassment charge on somebody is not very easy. You have to have some proof of that, right? So you saying that people went to her work and harassed her, don't you think that she would have showed video camera footage showing that these people actually went to her work? Does this not make sense to everybody? Because she should have, right? Why would she have you put a message on the internet saying what people did? You see what I'm getting at? Because now you spread a rumor that was her business around the internet. Now people's going to send messages to Xana May trying to get a hold of her to see if she's okay. Now, we all know that that is a problem at that point. Because now Xana May gets tired of a lot of people bothering her, frustrated, which it's understandable. But we have Psychobabble still talking about stuff that is not 100% facts. So that leads me to this point. Why would people get served for stating their opinions? And if they did get served for stating their opinions, then it's probably false flagging a channel. So all these videos that you have talking about doxing people, do you see where this is not looking right at? Because I'm sure that YouTube itself would look at them videos and be like, what is this guy still doing? You see, because you're not the one that serves people. So 100% we're not sure that that happened. That's what I'm trying to say here. But I threw a little bit extra in there for you to kind of see what I was talking about you're the one keeping names relevant. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what he has to say.
Who
That's
did
why
not
Gobble,
know
that's why
that?
Gobble
I mean,
jumped
that's
off
what
the
I'm trying to
internet.
figure
That's why
out.
Pam Fam jumped off the internet. That's why it's all, you know, it's
I came in a little late. Will you catch me up?
well, it
I was having a connection problem, so
yeah, I mean that's just it. They got served, you know. And I can tell you what's going to happen. He's going to throw those other three guys that sat on that panel with him. He's going to throw them under the bus. I just want everybody to remember me telling you that. Just
And
remember
what
me
do you
telling
mean
you
by
that.
they got served? Like, what
Court
happened?
papers, cease and desist, court papers.
No,
Lawsuit.
really?
Psycho. I wanted to see if you saw Gobble put out a video. He said, I gotta take an emotional break
No, it's
from
not an
YouTube
emotional break. He was
because
served
people were
cease and
threatening my
desist
kids.
letters from the court. It's not an emotional break.
Did y'all see Needle
They were
Dad's
told to shut up.
his
We're dragging you into
emotional thing?
court, and
So now I want to point out one more thing here. This lady in the right side bottom corner of the panel goes on to say Needle Dad. So that is actually known as Stone Dad 90. So her saying Needle Dad is totally wrong in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion too. We don't know who he is personally. We don't know his personal life, but you looked up some of his background, Psychobabble. So is that not wrong? Is that not wrong for what you've been doing to people? Even though they're actually coming to your podcast or whatever it is and saying negative stuff about you. But we don't have proof that if you don't like someone's opinion, that you don't like them. Just like back whenever you was with Creek Squad or with everybody else. You made a video about Gotcha Man. You made a video about Dad Burn. You made a video about everybody but praising Ryan Upchurch. So did this whole thing with Kylie Rodney and his assumptions and his beliefs really bother you that bad? Because I can tell you one thing. if that bothered you that bad to flip script all the way around, and yes, you flip script all the way around and do this with your YouTube channel, that's just bizarre to me, because you just said not too long ago you was Ryan Upchurch's biggest fan, how many spins he had, how much things he had on Spotify. I mean, you could rattle it off, and you still can. You've said it. But now we have another problem with this whole situation. And I trust me, this is all going to make sense in a minute. So you have a guy in Florida that Ryan Upchurch went and seen. And, well, excuse it. Let's scratch it. Ryan Upchurch actually went to Florida on vacation. So happened there was a guy there that was a fan. And he met Ryan Upchurch, and Ryan Upchurch hung out with him and his family the whole time they was there. Now, that's not Ryan Upchurch's friend to begin with, right? So Ryan Upchurch took time out of his vacation, not the guy's vacation, because the guy lives in Florida. He done said that's not doxing. So he lives in Florida. So Ryan Upchurch spent time with him. So Ryan Upchurch signs a guitar, gives it to him. The guy didn't want it, supposedly, but Ryan Upchurch still did. And the guy goes in your show, whenever you, the one that brought up auction off to charity or whatever, for Xana May to have money to sue who? Do you see all the stuff you have actually brought up? It's all negligence. It is all stupidity. Because when you bring up something, it sticks with you. Calling people names, yelling at women on your panel, talking about Viagra, which whatever, that's cool. If you want to talk about that stuff, so be it. That's just not me. You see what I'm saying? On this channel, we stand up for what's right, and whether it's right or wrong, we say it. But see, whenever you are neutral in something, then you could kind of, elaborate on both sides. You see what I'm saying? But yet you and everybody else said that was wrong because of the question you asked me on your panel. All the question was for was you to have flames and fire with your people on your panel to come after me. Bare bones reaction, thank you. But you see, when you're smart enough to kind of see around all this stuff, everything you have said has been 100% problems, trouble, drama. And now you're elaborating on stuff you really don't know about. But yet you have the stuff to get people's IP addresses. And you've admitted it. You have. So with that being said, let's continue this video.
Don't you say another word about it.
He said he
Neither
was
that
leaving
every
YouTube
time he
for a while, so we'll see how long
every
that
time he
lasts.
was saying that he needed money or he needed money for court, immediately after he would say, I need to buy some weed. And people were actually, he had his Venmo up with melancholy music, and people were actually Venmoing him money and cash apping him money for court costs for his baby mama to get a lawyer. But really, I mean, he did a really sympathy thing. Now he went around saying that he's gonna get a list of all of us in the chat, and he's gonna sue every one of us, and he's gonna come after every single one of us.
It would absolutely warm my heart for one of these idiots to do that, because all I got to do is then that would give me the opportunity to show the court what they did.
I wonder who's taking on the court.
Who said that? Gobble?
Yeah. He ain't suing nobody. He's getting sued.
No, Stone Dad. Stone Dad was on there crying.
Oh,
like,
he's getting sued
crying.
too. Well, I ain't worried about him. Let him go.
I'm not entirely sure what he would be able to sue people for.
He ain't got the money to do nothing. He can't do nothing.
He
called me out for a solid month. He called me out for a solid month and doxed me. How's he going to sue me for anything?
Dude, he begged you so hard. to make a
Yeah.
video
So
about him.
it's
He
like,
like got on his knees like a
I will
dog
say
and
though,
begged,
the problem
and
people
now
don't
he don't like
realize
it.
with if you're gonna sue somebody, that opens a lot of different doors now for people to counter and then press counter charges. So when you do that, you open yourself up for all kinds of investigations.
huh? Yeah.
Did you hear Psychobabble? See, now I have another point to be made. Look, just because somebody leaves the internet doesn't mean they got served with papers. You see, some people want to jump to conclusions and have the information out there so they can get more views, correct? I'm not lying about that. But then there's some people that just knows whenever they shouldn't have said anything. And that's here. That's a good example of this video that I'm showing you guys. So now it kind of messes everything up that I just said, right? No, it doesn't. You have people slandering people on daily basis on Psychobabble's show. You have people saying stuff about people that should not be saying because you don't know a person. You have people mistreating other people on Psychobabble's panel, especially women. You don't agree with Psychobabble? Hey, he just wants you off, and there's many videos to prove this. There's many videos to prove that Psychobabble actually was trying to get a petition to get Ryan Upchurch canceled. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys, because I don't really think that there's anything left to really say about this whole situation besides Psychobabble is YouTube drama. That's all there is to it. So, without further ado, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe, channel, it's highly appreciated. And by the way, I don't want no one to go over to Psychobabble's channel and leaving messages. I don't need all that, and you don't need all that. Well, look, we're just reporting back about what I believe, and 100% is basically all been true, and we've done seen that. Anyways, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like and subscribe to the channel, it's highly appreciated. Salute to Creek Squad, you Red Rebel Nation. I love you guys, YouTube family. I'm out. Deuces, your boy Deuces is out. Thank you, guys.